Today, we're diving into a huge issue in the world of chocolate: why so many cocoa farmers earn so little. But we're also going to unpack a surprisingly simple blueprint that can literally triple their income by transforming their farms from the ground up.
Okay, let's get right to the heart of it. Take a look at this. This chart shows the reality for a typical cocoa farmer in Cameroon. Right now, they're getting about 450 kilograms per hectare. But what's actually possible on that exact same piece of land is 1,500 kilograms. That huge gap you see, it isn't just a number, it's the difference between just surviving and truly thriving.
So where does a massive gap like that even come from? I mean, are the farmers just not working hard enough? Well, as we're about to see, the answer is way more complicated than that. Let's really dig into the situation on the ground.
So get this. Cameroon is a huge player in the global cocoa market. We're talking the 5th largest producer in the world. But the backbone of this whole industry, something like 90% of it, is all small-scale farms. And a lot of these farms are getting old, around 25 years on average. That age factor is a big reason they're stuck at that low underperforming yield of just 450 kilos per hectare.
And this, right here, is the most important thing to understand. The problem is not a lack of effort. These farmers work incredibly hard. The real problem is a lack of access to the whole package. The right knowledge, the right materials, and the right methods, all working together in a system.
So, let's switch gears and talk about the solution. The journey from 450 all the way to 1,500 kilograms per hectare is built on 3 essential pillars. And here's the key. You absolutely have to have all 3. If even one of them is missing, hitting that target becomes almost impossible. And this slide just lays out that framework perfectly. Pillar 1 is your foundation. You gotta start with better, disease-resistant trees. It just makes sense, right? Old, weak trees are never gonna give you a high yield. Pillar 2 is all about how you farm, using smarter techniques called good agricultural practices. And Pillar 3 is nutrition, feeding the soil with the right fertilizer based on what it actually needs, not just guessing. You need all 3. No shortcuts.
Okay, so let's dive deeper into that second pillar, which is really the day-to-day playbook for running a healthy, productive farm. This is where all that knowledge gets put into action.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's like night and day. On the left, you've got this unmanaged farm that's basically a breeding ground for problems like disease because it's all damp with no air getting through. But on the right, after applying these practices, you've got a farm that's set up for success, well-pruned trees, the right amount of sunlight, and a much, much lower risk of pests and disease.
Now, this is really cool. This slide highlights one of those key practices, and it's called sanitary harvesting. The best way to think about it is like preventative medicine for the whole plantation. By constantly going through and removing any sick or dead pods, the farmers are actively